Welcome to the session, dear students. In my last class, I taught you the definitions and types of relations. So, I hope all of you are thorough with the definitions. I told you in this chapter, if you are thorough with the definitions, every problem becomes easier and simpler. In today's session, we are discussing problems based on relations. So, we will discuss all the problems based on what? Relations. So, first I will teach you type 1, then we will go to type 2, like that type wise we will discuss problems and relations. Coming to the point, if you see the board papers, you have 3 mark questions appeared on relations. So, in that very first type we will discuss today problems to prove or problems to verify whether the given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive or not. So, now 3 mark type 1. Now, we need to check whether the relation are defined in the set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 given by a comma b such that b value is a plus 1, and we need to check whether it is reflexive, whether it is symmetric or transitive or not. In order to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive or not, first we will build the relation. Here the set given is finite set. So, it has exactly 6 elements. So, it is easy for us to write the relation. First, simple solution starts with writing relation. Let us write the relation. So, R is order pair containing AB such that B is A plus 1. I have to select A from this set. Select A, select the first coordinate from this. So, in the order pair we have A comma B. So, in relation I should write A comma B. So, first element we say A. So, I will take A as 1. When I take A value as 1, what is B? B is A plus 1. B is A plus 1. So, select A from the set. What is A? 1. What is 1 plus 1? 2. So, now when I take A, B value is 2. So, A is 1, B is 2. Similarly, if I take B 2 and I will take A value as 2, then B will become what? A plus 1. A plus 1 means what? 2 plus 1. What is 2 plus 1? 2 plus 1 is 3. 2, 3. Then if you select A as 3, 3 plus 1, 4. B is 4. Select A as 4. 4 plus 1, 5. If I take A as 5, 5 plus 1, 6. And if I select A as 6, suppose if I take A value as 6, B value becomes 6 plus 1. What is 6 plus 1? 7. But 7 is not in the set. Please observe, 7 another set lila. So, adrinda I should stop when A is 5. So, I got the relation. And this is not new thing for you. In your first year PUC, you learnt how to write the relation, how to write range for the relation also. So, now I wrote R. How to write R? You should write elements in order pair. First element we call it as A and select A from the set. A na set in the select madadre aitu. So, set alli enide 1 ide, A jagadalli 1 haki and get the value of B or calculate the value of B. How to calculate the value of B? When A is 1, B is what? A plus 1. In the place of A, if you put 1, 1 plus 1, 2. When A is 2, B is 2 plus 1, 3. When A is 3, B is 4. When A is 4, B is 5. And A is 5, B is 6. So, now we wrote the order pair. After writing the order pair, so now we have relation. After writing the relation, now we will check whether it is reflexive. What is meant by reflexive? In my last class I taught you, if you want to solve the problems, you should be thorough with what? Definition. Reflexive means what? For all A belongs to the given set, A comma A should belong to relation. All the elements should reflect itself. Means if I take 1, 1 comma 1 should be in relation. Do we have 1 comma 1? See, observe the relation. Relational 1 comma 1 idya? Illa. So, I can say 1 belongs to R. 1 belongs to set. A given set, 1 belongs to it, but 1 comma 1 does not belong to R. 1 comma 1 is not in the relation. So, in the set we have 1, but 1 comma 1 is not present in the relation. So, therefore, R is not reflexive. Therefore, R is not reflexive. Please understand, we disproved. So, if you want to prove it is not reflexive, give an example. Reflexive alla anta prove madadಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು example ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಸಾಕು. Or you can take 2. from the set you pick any element, it should reflect to itself. So 6 elements are there, all 6 elements should have reflection, 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6 6 ella irbeku. So if any one fails, then it is not reflexive. Here 1 comma 1 is not there, so it is not reflexive. Or you can take 2 belongs to the set, but 2 comma 2 does not belong to. Any one example is enough to say it is not reflexive. Now second thing, we need to prove symmetric, or we need to verify whether it is symmetric. How to check whether it is symmetric? What is meant by symmetric? Symmetric andre enu? If AB belongs to R, then BA should belong to R. See, A comma B order pair enadru relational idre, if suppose if you have any one order pair in the relation, that implies its reverse, B comma A should belong to R. Means what? If A is related to B, then B should be related to A, then it is symmetric. So now I will take only one order pair. So I will pick first order pair. What is the first order pair? 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 belongs to R. Can I say 1 comma 2 belongs to R? Because it is present in the relation. But what is the reverse of it? 2 comma 1. 2 comma 1 we will search. 2 is related to 3. Do we have 2 1? So in the relation we have 1 2 2 3 3 4 4 5 5 6, but we don't have 2 comma 1. 1 2 is in R, but 2 1 does not belong to R. Therefore R is not symmetric. R is not symmetric. They want you to verify, we verified. Clearly R is not symmetric. Why R is not symmetric? When I take one order pair, its reverse is not present. Or if A comma B is present in the relation, but B comma A is not present in the relation. So what is symmetric? Symmetric means what? If AB is present in R, then BA should be present in R. Here 1 2 is in relation, but 2 1 is not in relation. Therefore the given relation is not symmetric. I am repeating, if you want to say it is not symmetric, one example is enough. Or you can take 2 3. 2 3 belongs to R, but 3 2 does not belong to R. Therefore it is not symmetric. So I hope all of you understood how to say not symmetric, not reflexive. Now I have to verify. Whether it is transitive. So my task is to verify whether it is transitive. So recollect the definition of transitive. What is transitive? AB belongs to relation and BC belongs to relation, then AC should belong to relation. Or if first one is related to second and second is related to third, then first and third should be related. Then we can say it is transitive. Now coming to the point. So I will take 1 comma 2 belongs to R and pick an element starting with 2. 1 comma 2 belongs to R and 2 comma 3 belongs to R, but 1 comma 3 does not belong to what? R. Now coming to this, here we will take or we will verify whether the given problem is transitive or not. To verify transitive or not, 1 comma 2 belongs to R. Do you agree? 1 2 is present in relation, and take an element starting with 2, then we have 2 comma 3. So and 2 comma 3 belongs to R, but first and last, what is the first element? 1, last element 3, 1 3, but 1 comma 3, search for 1 3. So do we have 1 3? We don't have 1 comma 3 in the relation, if you observe. So in the whole relation we don't have 1 comma 3. So therefore 1 2 belongs to R and 2 3 belongs to R, but 1 comma 3 does not belong to R. Therefore R is not transitive. So now the given relation is not reflexive, not symmetric, and not transitive. And if it is not reflexive, how to prove? Give one example to say it is not symmetric. Give an example to say it is not reflexive. Similarly, give an example to say it is not transitive. If you cannot give an example, if you cannot disprove, then to prove we have to generalize. That is other type. We will go for that later. Now this is a simple technique. So first we should write the relation. To write the relation, formula is given in the problem. Problem wale formula kottibididare. So they told R is equal to A comma B such that B is equal to A plus 1. So relation contains order pair such that second element is equal to first element plus 1. So second element should be first element plus 1. First element is 1, second element is 1 plus 1, like that. Now I hope all of you understood. It's a type 1 problem. So to disprove, any one example is enough. So if you want to say it is not reflexive, give one example. If you want to say it is not symmetric, again give one example. And if it is not transitive, prove that with one example, that's it. Before we go to the next problem, let me guide you, or let me check whether you understood this or not. So, we will take a relation. Let me take a relation R on set A is equal to 1, 2, 3, so on 14. We have taken this many elements. A relation R on set A is equal to this, given by R is equal to x comma y. Instead of a b, they give x comma y. A relation contains order pair such that y minus 3x is equal to 0. When you do y minus 3x is equal to 0, the order pair should satisfy this equation. Again, check whether R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So we need to check this. I am repeating to make you understand the last problem, or to check whether you got this or not. I am trialing with other problem. See, this was the problem we have done, where we checked whether it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive or not. They gave a set, they gave a relation. So same I have taken, if you observe, I have taken a set. What is the set I have taken? 1, 2, 3, 4. At the same time, I have also taken what is called as relation. And what is the relation I took? Order pair xy such that y minus 3x equal to 0. Now, first task is what? Set is limited. So, first write the relation. First, what you should do? Write the relation. How to write the relation? So, if I want to write the relation, so I have to select x from the first element is x. X you should select from the set. So, when x is equal to 1 and y we need. If you want to get y, they gave an equation. Here they have not given y is equal to directly, but they gave an equation. From the equation, get the value of y. Kottira equation in the y value togondbani. So they gave y minus 3x equal to 0. From this, what is y? Rearrange. Y is equal to 3x. In last problem, directly they gave b is equal to a plus 1. Second element is first element plus 1. But now they gave an equation y minus 3x equal to 0. Rearrange this equation and get y. So y minus 3x equal to 0. Transfer 3x to that side. Y will become equal to what? 3x. When x is 1, y is 3x. Now I will write the relation. So when x is 1, y is, in the place of x put 1, 3 1s are 3. So when x is 1, y is 3. So now relation R is equal to order pair. When x is 1, y is 3. I hope all of you understood this. Next you take x is equal to 2, second element. When x is 2, what is y? 3x, that is 3 2s are 6. When x is 2, y is 6. Similarly, when x is 3, 3 3s are 9 and so on. And when x is 4, 4 3s are 12. When x is 5, if I take x5, observe this. Suppose if I take x as 5, what is y? 3 into x, that is 3 5s are. What is 3 5s are? 15. Do we have 15 in this? Do we have 15 in the set? No. So when x is 4, it will become 4 3s are 12. If I take x as y, 5 is present in the set. Suppose if I take x jagdal 5 tagondre, if I take x as 5, y becomes 15, but 15 is not there in the set, so stop. So relation contains exactly 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. When x is 1, 3 1s are 3, y is 3 multiples. Now I need to check whether it is reflexive. How to check reflexive? Every element in the set A should reflect 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, like that 14 14, everything should be in the relation. If any one fails, then it is not reflexive. So, but if you observe this, we don't have 1 comma 1. 1 belongs to the set, 1 is an element in the set, but 1 comma 1 when I search, it is not in the relation. Therefore, R is not reflexive. That's why we say R is not reflexive. So please remember the definition. In definition we say for all A belongs to given set, means what? Every element should reflect. And I told you this is not the only way to answer this. You can also take 2 belongs to A, but 2 comma 2 does not belong to R, therefore it is not reflexive. Any one is sufficient. No. Symmetric. 1 3 is present in R, you can see 1 comma 3 belongs to R. Do you agree? But what is the reverse of it? The reverse, 3 1. 1 is related to 3, but 3 is not related to what? 1. But 3 comma 1 does not belong to R. Therefore, R is not symmetric. Further, we need to conclude transitive. Transitive means what? If first one is related to second and second is related to third, then first and third should be related. So now 1 3, if I take 1 3, pick an element which starts with 3. So what is the element starting with 3? 3 9. So I will take 1 comma 3 belongs to R, and next element I should start from 3. What is the element starting from 3? 3 comma 9. So 3 comma 9 belongs to R. But first and last means what? 1 and 9. But 1 comma 9, observe, do we have 1 9? 1 comma 9 does not belong to R. Therefore, R is not transitive. R is not transitive. So all of you know what is transitive. If first is related to second and second is related to third, then first and third should be related. Here 1 is related to 3 and 3 is related to 9, but 1 and 9, first and last, is not related. Therefore, it is not transitive. Could understand it is not reflexive because 1 1 does not belong to R. One pair is there 1 3, but it's reverse. 3 1 is not there, means A is related to B, but B is not related to A. Therefore, it's not symmetric. At the same time, 1 is related to 3 and 3 is related to 9, but 1 is not related to 9. Therefore, it is not transitive. So therefore, the given problem we proved or we verified, and we got the answer. It's not reflexive, it's not symmetric, and it's not transitive. I hope all of you understood the method. Type 1 we have completed. In type 1, they asked you to verify, or they asked you to check whether they are reflexive, symmetric and transitive, and we checked. They are not reflexive, they are not symmetric, they are not transitive. Now we will go ahead with type 2. So in 3 marks, see, the first one is also standard 3 mark question that appeared in the past board papers. Same type, they will change the equation or they will change the relation. Now second type, they will ask you to prove it is an equivalence relation. See, if you read the question, they gave a relation and they are asking you to prove it is an equivalence relation. So now our task is to prove it is an equivalence relation. So prove that the relation R in the set Z, Z means what? Integers, I mentioned it, given by R is equal to x comma y. Your relation R is x comma y such that 2 divides x minus y. What is the, your relation contains xy such that 2 divides x comma y, and you need to prove it is equivalence. When can you say a relation is equivalence? All of you know a relation is said to be equivalence if it is reflexive, symmetric, transitive. A relation is said to be equivalence if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So first we will start to prove, or we will check whether it is reflexive, then symmetric, then transitive. If it obeys all three, then we call it as what? Equivalence. So now see, these kind of questions, to write the relation, the formula will be given in the problem itself. Problem contains the formula. So it is like English passage. To answer the questions of passage, you have to read the question. Like that, here to answer or to build the relation, read the relation given in the question. So you take the order pair where 2 divides x minus y. 2 should divide what? X minus y. Now here set of integers is not finite set, so I can't sit and write all the, see, last case I took a set A with 5 elements or 6 elements or 14 elements which is finite, so I could write R. But now my set is Z. Z is what? Set of integers. All of you know set of integers is infinite set. I can't sit and build the set. So whenever infinite set is there, just will generalize. So now coming to the point, first to check reflexive. So now I'll check whether it is reflexive or not. So now what is reflexive? All of you know the definition. What is the definition? For all A belongs to the given set, here given set is Z, A comma A should belong to the relation. So before I go to this problem, first I will teach you how to read this. So to check reflexive, I wrote heading, but before I go to this, first let me make you thorough how to read and analyze this. Here I told you everything is hidden in the question. You should understand the formality of the question. Once you understand the formality of question, you can write the answers. Now for example, here R is given like this. R contains an order pair x comma y such that 2 divides x minus y, 2 divides x minus y. I told R contains order pair x comma y such that 2 divides x minus y. What is meant by 2 divides? You see, if any order pair is present in relation, then 2 should divide the difference. Suppose if I tell a comma b belongs to R, suppose if I tell a comma b belongs to R, what does it mean? If I tell a comma b belongs to R, it means simple, that implies 2 divides a minus b. 2 divides what? A minus b. Means if any order pair is present in relation, then it should obey this. One simple example, I will take one relation, say for example 2 divides the difference means I will take 10 comma 6. Definitely 2 divides 10 minus 6. What is 10 minus 6? 4. 2 divides 4. 10 comma 6 or 8 comma 2. So like this relation contains this elements, but I can't sit and write the elements because one of the element I should take from z. So you know z is infinite. So here you can see 2 divides, definitely 2 divides is the difference of this. What is difference of this? 10 minus 6. What is 10 minus 6? 4. 2 divides what? 4. The relation will be like this, but we cannot write the relation because it is infinite. So instead of writing it, we will analyze like this. If I tell AB belongs to R, if I tell any order pair is in relation, then 2 divides difference. 2 divides what? Difference. If AB belongs to R, then 2 divides A minus B. If I tell PQ belongs to R, PQ belongs to R, what does it mean? PQ belongs to R means what? 2 divides P minus Q. Or no, answer me. What is, if I tell M comma N belongs to R, what does it mean? M comma N belongs to R means what? 2 divides, that implies 2 divides M minus N. Understood? I am writing the second step. Seeing the question. In the question they clearly gave that if xy belongs to R, then 2 should divide x minus y. If similarly, if Mn belongs to R, then 2 should divide what? M minus N. Now coming to the point. Suppose if I tell 2 divides, R minus S, 2 divides R minus S, then definitely this implies R comma S belongs to relation. 2 divides R minus S. What does it mean? Then R comma S belongs to what? R. Or suppose if I tell 2 divides P minus M, what does it mean? 2 divides P minus M. See here, 2 divides x minus y means what? Xy belongs to what? R. Similarly, 2 divides P minus M means what? P comma M belongs to what? R. This is what is required now. So now this method, if you understand, if you see this sentence, if they give, you can conclude this. Similarly, vice versa. If they tell x comma y belongs to R, what does it mean? X comma y belongs to R andre no. Then 2 divides x minus y. That's it. Or if I tell P comma Q belongs to R, what does it mean? P comma Q belongs to R andre no. This implies 2 divides P minus Q. That's it. I hope all of you understood the method. Same thing I repeated by taking different alphabets, so that I hope you got the logic here. So now to check reflexive. Simple. Reflexive means what? To check reflexive. Reflexive means what? Or to prove reflexive also we can say, because they don't prove that. Definitely it obeys reflexive. We will see. What is reflexive? For all A belongs to A, you know the basic. What is the basic? For all A belongs to the given set, A comma A should belong to R. That's what I taught you. So now what I will do? For all A belongs to given set. What is the given set? In the problem, the set given is Z. For all A belongs to Z, I will take A comma A. So 2 divides, let me check, 2 divides A minus A. Do you agree or not? 2 divides A minus A. Why? Because what is A minus A? A minus A is 0. 0 is divisible by any number. Any number can divide 0. 2 divides 0, 3 divides 0, 4 divides 0. Because 4 zeros are what? 0. Now, can I say 2 divides A minus A? Why I am saying this? Because I want If 2 divides a minus a, then 2 divides x minus y, then xy belongs to R. Similarly, 2 divides a minus a because 2 divides 0. This is true. What is the conclusion? I can say this implies a comma a belongs to R. Therefore, R is what? Reflexive. All of you know, see the first part and last line is from definition. What is the definition? For all a belongs to given set, if a comma a belongs to R, then R is reflexive. So, our target is I should take for all a belongs to Z. See, you take any integer, take 3, 3 minus 3 is 0. So, 2 divides 0. So, 3 3 belongs to R, 2 2 belongs to R, 4 4 belongs to R, 1 1 belongs to R. Every element is related to itself. Therefore, what is the conclusion? Conclusion is simple. The given relation is reflexive. Telling reflexive is easy. Proving this, we need to be thorough with definition. It is very meaningful for all. Means what? Any element which is integer you take, then 2 divides a minus a. If I take 4, 2 divides 4 minus 4. If I take 5, 2 divides 5 minus 5. So, a comma a belongs to R, therefore, R is reflexive. We proved R is reflexive. Then symmetric. To check symmetric. How to check whether it is symmetric or not? How to prove symmetric? If suppose if AB is present, if AB belongs to R, that implies BA should belong to R. If an order pair is present in the relation, its reverse should be present in the relation, then we say it is symmetric. I told, become thorough with the definitions. If you are thorough, if definitions are on your tongue tip, then you can do the problems easily. That's what I told you in my last session. So now, what is symmetric? If AB belongs to R, then BA should belong to R. So now, to check symmetric, I'll take let AB belongs to R. What does it mean? That implies 2 divides A minus B. Do you agree or not? See, first statement I took because I want to prove symmetric. Symmetric means what? I should start here and I should end here. So, I started this. But second line I am writing by seeing the question. Everything is in the question. If xy is in relation, then 2 divides x minus y. Similarly, if AB is in relation, then 2 divides what? A minus B. That implies, I will go on rearranging. 2 divides, can I take minus common? If I take minus common, A minus B becomes B minus A. All of you know. If I take minus out, it will become B minus A. Or if you multiply, it will become A minus B. If 2 divides A minus B, I am writing the statement as it is. But instead of A minus B, in A minus B, I am taking minus common. If I take minus common, it will become B minus A. Now, 2 divides a negative number. If 2 divides a negative number, definitely it divides its positive number. Do you agree or not? For example, 2 divides minus 8. Do you agree? 2 divides minus 8. Then 2 also divides what? If 2 can divide minus 8, then it will divide positive 8. So, similarly, if this is true, I can conclude if 2 divides minus of B minus A, then definitely 2 divides B minus A. If 2 can divide a negative number, it can divide its positive value. If 2 divides minus 8, definitely 2 can divide what? 8. So, now 2 divides B minus A. That implies if 2 divides B minus A, then I can say B comma A belongs to R. I told you, if 2 divides x minus y, xy belongs to R. Similarly, if 2 divides B minus A, then BA belongs to what? R. Therefore, R is symmetric. R is what? Symmetric. We proved it. So, to prove, we don't take any example, we will generalize. To generalize, we will use definition. What is symmetric? If AB belongs to R, then BA should belong to R. So, I took AB belongs to R, I proved BA belongs to R, therefore it is symmetric. AB belongs to R, I wrote. Second line, I wrote seeing the question. In the question, if xy belongs to R, then 2 divides x minus y. If AB belongs to R, then 2 should divide A minus B. And I want B minus A, so I took minus common. And if 2 can divide a negative number, definitely it can divide its positive number. Therefore, R is what? Symmetric. After symmetric, we will go to what? Transitive. To check transitive. I hope all of you are thorough with reflexive and symmetric. Copy this, understand this, then I will go to the next part, that is transitive. So, transitive, we need to check whether it is transitive or not, or we need to prove it is transitive. How to prove transitive? So, I will take A comma B belongs to R. A comma B belongs to R implies 2 divides A minus B. Call it as equation 1. Let B comma C belongs to R. I will take B comma C belongs to R. If BC belongs to R, what does it mean? 2 divides 2 divides B minus C. AB belongs to R means 2 divides A minus B. BC belongs to R means 2 divides B minus C. Now, coming to this. Now, I have written two statements. First, before I go to this, now my question to you. 2 divides 4. Do you agree? 2 divides 4. Is it true or not? Yes. And 2 divides, say, 6. Do you agree? 2 also divides 6. 2 3s are 6. So, now sum of these two. If I add these two, what is 6 plus 4? 10. 2 divides 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. If 2 divides a number and if 2 divides other number, then it can divide sum of those two numbers. That is the logic. 2 divides 4, 2 divides 6. 2 can also divide 6 plus 4. What is 6 plus 4? 10. Does 2 divides 10 or not? Similarly, you take any other number. Instead of that, can I take 2 divides 10 and 2 divides 20 and 2 can divide sum of these two. Conclusion is simple. I told 2 divides A minus B. Call it as equation 1. Then I told 2 divides B minus C. Call it as equation 2. Now, from 1 and 2, what is the conclusion? From 1 and 2, I can say 2 divides from 1 and 2. From equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1 says 2 divides A minus B. Equation 2 says 2 divides B minus C. From 1 and 2, I can say 2 divides the sum of both. 2 divides A minus B plus B minus C. Do you agree or not? If 2 can divide a number and 2 can divide other number, then 2 can divide sum of the numbers. So, now here clearly minus B plus B cancels. After we cancel, then 2 divides A minus C. That implies if 2 divides A minus C, what does it mean? 2 divides A minus C means A comma C belongs to what? R. Therefore, R is transitive. R is transitive. They clearly gave. If you refer this, if xy belongs to R means what? 2 divides x minus y. Or 2 divides x minus y means xy belongs to R. Similarly, here 2 divides A minus C. 2 divides A minus C means what? A comma C belongs to R. So, we took AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R. We got AC belongs to R. Therefore, R is transitive. All of you know what is transitive. If AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R, then AC should belong to R. So, now we got it is transitive. Since the given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, therefore, it is equivalence. So, since we can conclude here, since given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, therefore, what is the conclusion? Therefore, it is equivalence. I hope all of you understood type 2. In type 2, what we have done? We generalized. We did not take any example. We generalized. In type 2, so we took order pairs and we proved. So, the given relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. If any relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then it is equivalence. This is type 2. In type 2, we took A comma, first we took for all A belongs to A. If A comma A belongs to A, we call it as reflexive. We proved like that. Then we took AB belongs to R and we proved BA belongs to R. Therefore, it is symmetric. Now, we took AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R and arrived at AC belongs to R. Therefore, it is transitive. Since it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, the given relation is what? Equivalence. So, now I have covered both 2 markers and now, so type 2 one more question. Type 2 one question I have solved. Type 1 we build the relation limited elements. Type 2 we proved equivalence. In type 2 one more problem, again we will try to prove it is equivalence. So, first we will start with what? To check reflexive. So, we will see whether it is reflexive or not. How to check reflexive? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 elements they give, relation R they give, order pair such that mod A minus B is even. They told mod A minus B is what? Even. So, now how to check reflexive? How to check reflexive? To check reflexive, we need to take for all A belongs to given set. What is the set given? A. And I have to prove A comma A. A comma A belongs to R means mod A minus B should be even. So, now I can say mod A minus A is even. Do you agree or not? Mod A minus A means what? Mod A minus A value is 0. 0 is even number. 0 is even number. Why? Because any number, if you can write in the form of 2 times integer, then it is even number. 0 can be written as 2n. 0 can be written as 2 zeros. 0 is even number. Remember that. So now coming to the point, for all A belongs to A, mod A minus A is even. Why I am writing this statement, or how I am writing this statement? I am writing this statement by seeing the question. In the question there is a guidance. Mod A minus B, if it is even, then AB belongs to R. If mod A minus A is even, this is true. That implies A comma A belongs to what? R. I took for all A belongs to given set. I proved A comma A belongs to R. Therefore, R is what? Reflexive. Then we need to prove what? Symmetric. So now we need to check symmetric. How to check symmetric? Take an order pair. So let A comma B belongs to R. I am taking a pair belongs to R. If AB belongs to R, what is the given statement? If AB is in R, then mod A minus B should be even. So that implies I can write mod A minus B is even. To write this, just refer the question. Question alle ella kottidare. Question alli AB belongs to relation andre ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ? mod A minus B even. ಎರಡನೇ ಲೈನ್ ಬರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. If anything is in relation, it should obey this. What is this? Mod A minus B is even. So if AB is in R, mod A minus B is even. Further, can I write mod B minus A is even? I am writing is even as it is. In spite of mod A minus B, I am writing mod B minus A. All of you know, in mathematics, mod A minus B is equal to mod B minus A. Mod A minus B. See, A minus B is not equal to B minus A. Yes, subtraction is not commutative, but mod A minus B, mod B minus A, eradu onde. For example, I will take mod 3 minus 1. It is same as mod 1 minus 3. Do you agree or not? 3 minus 1 is 2, mod 2. Here also mod 2. Mod negative 2, it is 2. Mod A minus B in maths is what? Mod B minus A. In spite of mod A minus B, I wrote mod B minus A. Why? Because if mod B minus A is present, then I can say B comma A belongs to B comma A belongs to R. If mod B minus A is even, then B A belongs to R. Therefore, R is symmetric. Then we need to prove transitive. So, transitive. Let A comma B belongs to R. What does it mean? That implies mod A minus B is even. Call it as 1. Then let B comma C belongs to R. Mod B minus C is even. Call it as 2. From 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, what is the conclusion? If two numbers are even, their sum is also even number. Sum of two even numbers is even. So 2 is an even number, 4 is an even number. What is 2 plus 4? 6. 6 is also even. Sum of two even numbers is even. So from 1 and 2, I know mod A minus B is even. I know mod B minus C is even. Therefore, mod A minus B plus mod B minus C is even. So if I simplify this, mod of A minus B plus B minus C is even, or minus B plus B cancels. I can conclude mod A minus C is even. If mod A minus C is even, further that implies AC belongs to what? R. AC belongs to R, hence the proof. So now we could conclude that. So if it is transitive, if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, therefore it is equivalence. What is equivalence? It should be reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So now conclusion is simple. Therefore R is transitive. If R is transitive, what is the conclusion? If R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then it is equivalence. Finally, we will write, since R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, it is equivalence, and we will conclude. So in today's class, I clearly explained what is reflexive, what is symmetric, what is transitive. So in today's session, I have proved type 1, type 2 relation problems. These are standard 3 markers. So please practice them and then attend my next session. In my next session, I will go ahead with type 3 3 markers, and then we will conclude the relations. And also in relations, we have 1 mark questions. In my next session, I will discuss 1 mark questions of relations also, and type 3 relations also, and then I will conclude. Thank you. Thanks for attending. Thank you.